Salutations, everybody. It is Matty here today. Hope you're all doing absolutely excellent. And unfortunately, I may be bringing down that excellent mood a bit because I do have to play the role of Heartbreaker, which I don't like to do in videos like these because a lot of y'all shoot the messenger. And I'm like, we've been on the internet for how long and we're still shooting the messenger. But look, man, I just want to make sure as many of you avoid immense disappointment as what I'm seeing build up online. I tried to put a pin in it on Twitter.
As much as I want this to be real, I think people are setting themselves up for disappointment. I suppose things could have changed, but we've had so many reports and leaks before this week saying the remaster content is still pretty far away. Yeah, I think what he's trying to say with that tweet is right. That being said, there is weird stuff going on, and I think they're definitely doing it. That's for sure. They're definitely doing it because, you know, the Oblivion remake was just so successful and everybody's watching Fallout right now. It would be wrong of them not to drop it relatively soon, in my opinion. But let's see what he has to say.
It doesn't seem to be gaining as much traction as all of the rumors surrounding it, so I wanted to make this video talking about the Fallout remake rumors. It's a bit complicated. You're going to get them, and I think we all share the same frustration in Xbox and Bethesda timing them out terribly, but you're going to get what you want. It's just when people think they're getting them, which is very soon, is not the case. So I want to start off by breaking down where all these rumors came from, how they gained traction.
If it's not coming sometime soon, I'm really curious as to what the countdown on the website was, because there was some sort of countdown on the Fallout show's website, and that's got to be counting down to something. I'm not sure what it is, but hopefully we'll find out.
And break them down one by one, because it's not just one source, someone said something, it's an official source, and it breaks off from there with a lot of mini theories that have gained traction. So let's go through all of it. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, you're into what's going on with Fallout, consider subscribing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we look here at the official source. It's Amazon, right? Season 2 is in full swing. We're nearing the finale in a couple of weeks now. The season's really starting to gain some traction, especially with the 5th episode, which I think left a lot of people like, ooh, where are we going with this one here? But if you go to the official Fallout website that Amazon is running, you'll see that you're able to kind of tour the Fallout sets in this Google Earth-like system, so you can kind of zoom into these different parts of the Fallout.
That just looks like Fallout 4. That just looks like a rendering of Fallout 4, I'm going to be honest. That doesn't look like an actual set.
Universe, and roam around these sets and get all the lore and get kind of information on what's happening at this point in the timeline. Learn more about these factions, see behind the scenes clips and videos and concept art. It's actually pretty cool. But on this same website, there is a locked little node there that has a countdown that synchronizes with the season finale. IGN covered this and then referenced a bunch of posts on Reddit, which you can see are talking about, yes, a Fallout 3 in New Vegas remaster. And this fanned the flames a lot because it makes sense. I mean, you don't have to look far to see, hey, we just got an Oblivion remaster.
Right, but why would they count down to the series finale? Like what are they... What is locked, you know? What are they counting down to the release? A separate countdown like that, separate from the show, to me at least, would indicate that there's something else, you know?
Shadow drop. Or you can see Todd Howard more recently talking about the success of that. And when discussing Elder Scrolls 6 and if that would get shadow dropped, he said that you could say Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remasters shadow drop was a test run, and that it's possible we see that happen for Elder Scrolls 6. So if Elder Scrolls 6 is going to get it, why wouldn't Fallout 3? Why wouldn't New Vegas, when the IP's running a little hot with the TV show and interest is high and people want to get in on something new? But it doesn't stop there beyond that countdown and those fan theories. Over on Steam, when you search the Fallout games...
I don't know if this is his footage or whose footage it is, but he's a really bad shot. He's not good.
You'll see that there are 12 available on Steam, yet only 10 are listed. So people are looking at this thinking, oh, this is the Fallout 3 remaster and the Vegas remaster, and they're going to drop at the same time. In addition to this, people are trying to leave Steam reviews for the game, and it's telling you that you have to wait until the product has yet to be released before you can write a review for it, which is strange because Fallout New Vegas has been out for 15 years now.
Right.
Feel old yet? And since then, Reddit has picked this up, and we see here.
I got a Reddit ad from Bethesda UK. It lists several games. It lists Fallout games to start off with. Under New Vegas, the platform, say PlayStation 5 and Series X, is technically on Series X via backwards compatibility, so that can be explained away, but it's not on PlayStation 5 at all.
Interesting. A lot of traction, talking about.
I can see why that would cause a lot of controversy, though. I can see why that would spread.
An imminent New Vegas remaster, given that it lists PS5 as a platform, or that there are these hidden Fallout games on Steam. So, yeah, it's everywhere, and people on Twitter have picked it up. I've seen Instagram reels talking about this. A lot of people are hyped, so I hope this information that I'm about to share with all of you gets out there enough where we can avoid some heartbreak. Because, again, at the end of this story, we'll talk about how you're getting it, just not when we all kind of hoped and dreamt we would get it.
New metal posters for those who come after. Clear obscure expedition.
So let's start off by debunking this timer here. We don't know what this is at this moment in time. However, Jez Corden of Windows Central, before all of this news started to gain traction, had a little write-up about Xbox in 2026. And in there, he talks about Bethesda's 40th anniversary. And he mentions that the timer does not have anything to do with both a new Fallout game or a remaster. So before we all pivot like, oh, it's not 3 in New Vegas because it's 1 and 2. Or it's a remaster package of the old games. God willing, I'd love to see that. But that's not happening either. Nothing new in the terms of a Fallout video game. My money's on a couple of ideas, some more exciting than others, but it's not going to be as exciting as a new game. However, as a little glimmer of hope before we start debunking more stuff, he does mention in this article that we are not only getting a Fallout 3 remaster, which we've known about for a long while now, similar to Oblivion, but also that New Vegas is being added into the mix, which is a brand new bit of information. We all assumed this is what Bethesda would do. It was a pretty safe bet. If Fallout 3 was getting a remaster, New Vegas should as well. But now
Fallout New Vegas is way better than Fallout 3. Not even close. It is way better.
Now we're getting that sort of firmed up by insiders, and that is exciting to see. But this also makes a lot of sense why the timer would not be connected.
Best character in the whole game. Joshua Graham, best character.
To the Fallout games, because when you really think about it, we just got a 15th anniversary collection for New Vegas ahead of Season 2's launch. And I guess I wouldn't be too surprised because of how much Bethesda shook people down for money with the Fallout Day 2025 stream. But we just got that anniversary collection ahead of Season 2, and if you had a remaster up your sleeve for just a couple of months later, would you really do all of this and just not like tease the New Vegas remaster? I don't know. Beyond what Jez said about the timer, I think just debunking the idea of the game even being ready by that point in time, we imagine Virtuos, who just did the remaster of Oblivion, is going to handle the next remaster for Bethesda Game Studios. Now, even in the most ideal of scenarios, because we know Virtuos and Bethesda moved on really fast after the Oblivion remaster, because a lot of the post-launch support for that game is, I feel, still needed to get an ideal experience, at least on PC. But even in this ideal world where they pieced out and literally the next week they're like, all right, we're working hard on Fallout 3 remaster, that's still under a year to get the game ready by the time Season 2 ends. So yeah, the timing just doesn't add up for that team to be handling it. You could argue it's another team, but I feel like Bethesda would keep this partnership with Virtuos because it worked out really well for both sides when it came to the reception of the remaster, generally speaking, as well as the sales and the team handling a Unreal Engine 5 project that also hosts the creation engine, which can be, as we all know, very finicky. If I were to guess what this timer is, no spoilers for those who are holding off on Season 2, but I just will say I've had a feeling for a while that Season 2 will end with bringing us to the East Coast, whether it be the Commonwealth or the Capital Wasteland. My money is on the latter. I won't say why, but given that this website gives you lore and allows you to see the recreated sets and behind the scenes footage, I imagine that this will allow you to do the same for the next season's location.
That's an interesting point. That's a really interesting point. So I guess it would make sense that the remaster of Fallout 3 wouldn't drop until the next season came out, and that they would shadow drop the remaster of New Vegas at the end of this season. That would make sense to me.
Especially if so much of Season 1 and 2 has been on the West Coast, and that's what the more casual fan knows about. Maybe the more casual fan doesn't know about Fallout on the East Coast. This is a way to start unpacking.
The more casual fan would know about Fallout on the East Coast because the most recent game was in Boston. What?
that and pushing people into Fallout 3. Either that, or maybe you get to roam around the secret Vault Tech building that is shrouded in mystery for the majority of Season 2. It's possible it's that as well, but I don't think it has anything at all to do with a video game.
This video feels like rage bait to me.
The wall of Tepigs. Oh my god, I'm gonna double down. Oh!
And last but not least, excluding any reporting or predictions here, we still have the Bethesda FTC leak that I think easily serves as a point of guidance for the entire community because it's been dead on the whole time.
Okay.
Almost every game you see on this list here has come out 2-ish years after its planned date. And that was because this was made around the time COVID hit, and that set all of these projects back. In fact, one of the few to slip out of that 2-year development window was Oblivion Remaster. So again, if Virtuos is handling it, all the more reason to believe that Fallout 3 Remaster is a 2027 project. Still, according to this chart, we see that Fallout 3 Remaster isn't coming until 2 years after Oblivion's Remaster, which puts us, again, at 2027.
Okay, I see that.
Furthermore, if we want to bring in one last insider to discuss this remaster release date, look no further than Nate the Hate, who has had a awesome track record and said in April of 2025 that it'll be a while before we see the Fallout 3 remaster. And more recently, he said it's a planned release, but there isn't any idea of information around the reveal window for this game. So if all we know...
I didn't know about the FTC leaks. I didn't know about that.
Is it's a while. I don't think that slots into under a year like some are expecting it. And if it sounds like we're running in circles a little bit with this information, we are a little bit, but it speaks to, and I don't think anyone's wrong for it, the hunger for a Fallout New Vegas remaster or a Fallout 3 remaster or a remake or a new Fallout game. Like, yes, I think people are setting themselves up for disappointment, but also Bethesda and Xbox did it to themselves. Like, the first expectation when Xbox bought Bethesda was greenlight some Fallout games. Greenlight some Elder Scrolls games. Like, duh, money, sure, right? Especially when Xbox was trying to make exclusives at that time and being more competitive in the traditional way. So, yeah, I think the frustration is fair, but I don't think the information adds up. Now, what are these two hidden Fallout games on Steam? Well, once more, Jez claims that these are the missing localized versions that comply with local laws, but again, don't expect a shadow drop in the short term. And as you can see here on SteamDB, there is a separate version of New Vegas in Russia, and that's because the 1C company published this game there. So it served as a separate international version for Fallout 3 and New Vegas, respectively, which totals out to 2 additional games, which would be the 12 games on that list. And
I wasn't aware of that.
Missing because if you're in the US, you're not going to see that version of Fallout 3. As for the review of a product that is unreleased, I think this is just a bug. I know it sounds cheap and stupid, and it's like, why is a 15-year-old game having a bug like this? I don't know. Tech is weird, but you can see on SteamDB that there was an update to New Vegas that changed its status to a released video game.
Okay.
And this did coincide with 5 days ago, which is the same time the Reddit rumors started to take off.
Interesting.
And if you want to analyze the SteamDB activity, I mean, you can see just like with Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition.
We're getting gaslit by Redditors, bro.
There's just a ton of activity on all of these DBs. It's really hard to read into something actually happening here. So consider that debunked. And then why are you seeing Fallout New Vegas listed as a PS5 game when it's not, annoyingly so, on PS5? Well, this is also stupid. I'm with all of you when you hear this answer, you go, cloud streaming? Yeah, I know this because I just got the platinum for Fallout New Vegas, and I started my journey on my PS5 because I was hoping, like, I don't know, man, will streaming it run it a little bit better than the PS3 version? Spoilers, it didn't. But yeah, this is why it's listed as PS5, because technically you can play it there through the PlayStation Now streaming. If you have a PS Plus subscription, you can go ahead and do that if you'd like.
Interesting.
And so that's why it's listed as a PS5 platform. Would I love a native version of New Vegas on PlayStation 5? I would have loved it on PS4. That's how far back we were asking for all of this. Again, a lot of this is gaining traction because people just want this badly to happen.
I think regardless of what's actually coming out when, I think the reason why these rumors are they're spreading so quickly and people are so crazy about them is because the results we are getting from Bethesda being purchased by Microsoft are extremely upsetting. Maybe not upsetting, but very disappointing. Starfield, flop. Redfall, flop. I understand those were probably in the works beforehand. And nothing original from Fallout or Elder Scrolls, not counting ESO, has come out since the purchase. And you would think with all this Microsoft money that they would be able to get things out. But I think the issue is there's so much bureaucracy and so many issues within Bethesda internally. I think they have problems that money will not solve. And maybe that's the reason everything's so slow. And the things that are happening, albeit slowly, are also subpar in comparison to what we're used to from Bethesda.
So my final thoughts are this. I don't think Amazon would ever control an announcement like this. Just think of this for the future. I don't think Amazon will ever control an announcement like this for Bethesda. And I would even argue to an extent that they would never coincide the two. They're two separate teams running two separate schedules. One's trying to market the TV show and things around it. One's trying to market games and the things around it.
Sure.
Remember, we're not far removed from the 2025 Fallout Day where Bethesda didn't even show us a snippet of Season 2 for the show that was about to come out in a couple of months after that.
Sure.
Given the proximity of the release date for Season 2 and how we had things like Burning Springs ready to be shown off in this Fallout Day event, it made more than enough sense for the Season 2 teaser to be here, to have these two kind of link up, handshake a bit, get some casual show fans in to check out this new 76 update.
Okay.
But it wasn't the case. And to me, that's all I needed to see in such an obvious moment for the Fallout show to be present in any way. Goggins showing up, Ella Purnell showing up, Air 10 showing up, just someone showing up from the TV show, anything like that. Nothing, though. So for me, that was all I needed to see to know that Amazon and Bethesda are not walking side by side like...
That's a really good point. I hadn't considered that.
Many of us understandably imagine they would do so and trying to synchronize products and excitement and all that stuff. I just don't think that's happening. But again, as I've covered extensively on the remaster side of things, we're getting them. I just think the timing of it's not great. Like, by the time you're out of New Vegas in this TV show and we're off to wherever else, then 4 years down the line, here comes Bethesda with the New Vegas remaster. Hey, remember this?
I agree. I agree. If he's right and we're not getting these remasters as soon as we think we are, they are really fumbling the opportunities that are being made through the show to put out a product at the right time. They're really fumbling that.
Timing is so important. I think what's going to start to bite some of these companies, maybe not in the sales, but resentment from their players is like, oh, it's about time. I don't think it's good to be met with that when your game is announced because it's beyond excitement now. It's like, this was overdue. I'm not excited. It's just so obvious to do. So I think Bethesda's finding themselves in that pocket, and I don't know if there's a way for them to do any of this quicker. So they've made their bed. They're lying in it now. But don't worry, everybody. While we have no new Fallout games announced, Amazon did announce a brand new Fallout TV show. Indeed, it's a reality TV show based around Fallout Shelter. And a lot of you have asked me, and no, I have not signed up. I don't want to be part of it. But I appreciate those of you.
Could be interesting.
But yeah, we got more TV shows announced.
Could be interesting.
Fallout. How about that? But anyway, I just want to make sure I debunked as much of this as I could because not that it's like my personal responsibility or I'm trying to be a hero here, but I just saw so many people being excited, like, please, man, and I'm right there with you all. I want it to happen. I just don't think it is happening. So too long didn't read. If you're looking at that countdown timer and you're thinking, oh, I'm getting a remaster soon or even sometime this year, both of those I would cross off your list. When we get to 2027, we can talk about it. But when you think about how Oblivion had a lot of leaks, like, these were tangible leaks. There were job listings, gameplay mechanics, eventually screenshots, a website. We saw that sort of stuff. If this release was imminent, I feel we'd see a similar pattern here, especially because I still firmly believe when the screenshots for Oblivion Remaster leaked, that was a plant because of some of the things that were screenshots, like
Okay.
the sewer grates. I was like, who does this for promotion? It's
Sure.
so obviously a plant. Maybe I'm wrong.
Fair enough.
I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts on what's going on with the Fallout remake rumors that I think are out of control. Just wanted to go ahead, shut them down here, and get your thoughts, of course. So let me know how you're feeling down below.
Good video. Go watch it. Give it a like.